Okay, so now we'll look at evaluating logarithms that aren't base 10, which of course you can't always punch these in your calculator. So let's say I want to evaluate the log base 2 of, I don't know, 25. Okay? So what I will do first of all, if I'm trying to evaluate this, I'll set it equal to x, just as I did before. Okay? And I will convert it into an exponential equation. So this is the base of the logarithm, this is the exponent, this is my n. Of course it converts over to Ben form, so the base, the exponent, and then the other number. So then this logarithmic equation becomes 2, that's the base, my exponent is x, and my n is 25. Okay? Now I need to try to find out essentially what this missing value is here now, right? So what I'll do is I can go ahead and take the logarithm of both sides. In this case I can use log base 10. Okay? So that'll give me that. And what you see here is now I can take my exponent, bring it down in front, using the power law of course. So this gives me x log 2, and this leaves me at log 25. So then to solve for x, I just need to get rid of the log 2 by dividing by it. Then of course what I do to one side of the equation, I do to the other side of the equation. Okay? So that gives me log 25 over log 2. Okay, so let's do another one that's actually quite similar. I'll do it next to that one so you'll see the similarity. How about if I go with log base 5 of 40. Okay, so I convert it into exponential form. So this is, I set it equal to x. This is b and e. When I convert it to exponential form, of course, I get 5 to the x equals 40. Okay, take the logarithm of both sides. So this gives me a log of 5 to the x equals log of 40. This exponent comes down in front, so that gives me x log 5 equals log of 40. To solve for x now, I divide by log 5, divide by log 5, so then x is equal to log 40 over log 5. So you see that these have actually taken the same kind of format, right? You notice that if I'm trying to evaluate log base 2 of 25, the 25 ended up right here, right? And then the base, the 2, ended up right here, and these ended up being log base 10s that I can punch in my calculator now. Just like with the other one, the 25 was replaced with the 40, and the 40 ended up in my numerator as well. They both end up in the numerator, right? The base went from 2 to 5, but my base became my denominator again, okay? So essentially what you can keep in mind is the base of the logarithm is going to become your denominator, and the number that you're taking the logarithm of is your numerator. So you may notice that this actually looks eerily similar to the change of base formula. The change of base formula actually, as the textbook has it written here, looks like this, right? Okay? So let's kind of see what's happening here. If let's just say I knew these two numbers and I wanted to evaluate it. What I'll do is I'll set it equal to something to evaluate. So I'll set it equal to, since x is already used, I'll set it equal to n, like a number that we haven't used yet, and I'll write it in exponential form. So of course this is b, and maybe I shouldn't use n here. I'll use a, something completely different. So this is b, n, and e. Okay. Again, in this case, we're trying to evaluate what a is equal to. Okay. So I write it as an exponential. So it's going to be b to the a equals x, right? Remember, I'm trying to find out what a is. I know what b and x are. So I'll take the logarithm of both sides. So I'll have the logarithm of b to the a equals the log of x. I can take the exponent and bring it down in front. Okay, so this gives me a times log base 10 of b equals log base 10 of x. Now if I want to solve for a, I need to get rid of log b, so I divide by log b, divide by log b. So what you see here is that I've got this exponent here is equal to log x over log b. So again, you see this number here becomes the numerator and the base becomes the denominator. So the change of base formula is really just a result of going through this process. So if the change of base formula messes you up, just go ahead and evaluate it the same way that we did earlier in the unit. Set it equal to x and go ahead and go through the process. Now you're just going to punch these in your calculator, right? So the only thing that I say is when you're punching these in your calculator, just make sure you're being careful. Close off your brackets. So find out the log of 25, press enter, divide by log of 2, press enter. Okay?